Cloud Mountain Kombucha is expanding. Here today to tell us more and share a flight of kombucha is Amy Baumgartner. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, so tell me a little bit about kombucha in case people watching are not familiar.
So kombucha is a fermented tea product. It is made by brewing a very sweet tea, which is then introduced to a SCOBY. It is a culture of bacteria and yeast. The yeast eats the sugar, which creates alcohol. The bacteria then eats the alcohol, and so it is legally non-alcoholic, less than 0.5%. It makes a fantastic soda alternative, alcohol mixer, if that's something you're interested in, and we cold carbonated in a variety of local flavors.
And kombucha has a lot of health benefits. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So in the fermentation process, that creates a lot of probiotics, prebiotics, alpha acids, just really great things for your gut. Like I said, it's a really fantastic soda alternative if you're trying to cut down on sugar as well.
And you are expanding, which I know in a minute we're going to try some kombucha, but can you tell me a little bit about the expansion? Because I know it sort of started, you were brewing beer at home, and then it started into kombucha, and just can you walk me through that whole process?
So our current location in Lincoln Square Mall opened in October of 21. We're specifically kombucha focused. We brew right there on site. We have a full tap room. Our new location, our production is increasing exponentially. We're very excited about that. And then we will still have a tap room, and we do flights, half pints, full pints, but we'll also introduce a mocktail menu, a cocktail menu, and a limited beer menu.
And I know that you have tried to make it really approachable, because a lot of the kombuchas that you get commercially in the store tend to be very sugary or extra sweet, so that people will sort of buy them on a commercial level. But what have you done differently here with your kombuchas?
So our kombucha, we stop it a little sooner in the fermentation process, so it still has that natural sweetness to it, but it isn't very sour. The kombucha funk, some people also talk about, but it also is no added sugar post-fermentation, except for the natural, fruits and local products that we'll find and we'll utilize. We also grow as much as we can on our own and source local whenever possible.
All right, so tell me a little bit about the flavors that we have here. This one is purple, so I'm guessing maybe lavender?
It is lavender and honey and butterfly pea flower, which is where the color comes from.
Okay.
Our lemon balm and ginger. The lemon balm we grow ourselves.
Okay.
These two are our most popular flavors by far.
Okay.
This is aronia berry, which is sourced from a farm in Bloomington. They're also called choke berries, very high in tannins, but when you juice them, high in antioxidants and a superfruit as well.
Okay.
And then this is one of my personal favorites, spirulina, chlorella, and spearmint. Blue-green algae, and then the spearmint is also grown by ourselves as well.
All right, I'm really excited to try all of these, because I love that you use natural things that you grow yourself, but particularly this one. I know that that's toward the end, but I really do love the blue-green algae, because it's great for smoothies and things like that as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to see what it does in kombucha. So remind me again the flavor of this one. This one is the
lavender, honey, and pea flower.
Lavender, honey, and pea flower. All right. Oh, see, it's so mellow. Like, it's very, bright in flavor, but I love that it isn't, like you said, it doesn't have the kombucha funk, and it's not so sweet that you're kind of like, when you feel the sweet in the back of your teeth,
jaw.
You don't feel it in your jaw. That is delicious.
Thank you.
All right, what is this one?
This is our lemon balm ginger.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Lemon balm ginger. Oh, I like that, because that tastes like lemonade.
Yes.
To me, that tastes like, again, not that pungent sweet, but it tastes like delicious lemonade. That's great. And then what kind of tea do you use? You mentioned it was...
We have two different varieties. Our main one is a green tea, black tea blend. It's about 85% green tea to 15% black tea. And then we have a Yopon, which is a tea alternative that we use in several of our kombuchas. And we have both of those available as bases on tap as well.
So Yopon, talk to me a little bit more about that. What do you mean a tea alternative? Is it caffeine-free, or...?
It's actually slightly higher in caffeine, more similar to a yerba mate, I would say. today.
Okay.
It is a holly plant, actually, and ours is sourced from Texas. It is the only caffeinated plant native to the United States.
Interesting. That's that's awesome. What about this one?
This is our aronia berry.
Okay.
And like I said, the berries come from the Aronia Fellowship Farms in Bloomington.
Okay.
This one's gonna be a little more tart, possibly closer to like a pomegranate flavor. But again, high in antioxidants, super berry, it's very juicy as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to me, and I think some of it is probably psychological because color, I feel like, really affects taste. But to me, I taste that and I go, ooh, cranberry.
Yes.
It tastes like cranberry juice, but really, again, mild and just smooth. These are all really smooth, which I like. All right, and then this is the one I'm most excited about. Ever since she started pouring when she arrived at the studio, I've been ready to try this one.
This is my personal favorite.
Yes. That, to me, tastes like tea. It tastes like peppermint iced tea.
Yes. It's my favorite first thing in the morning. It's incredibly refreshing, and it was probably the first flavor we decided to do full time.
And it's very bright, and again, it doesn't have that too sweet feeling. It has that perfect amount of mellow, but with the bright peppermint, and it just tastes like a refreshing true tea.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Of
for
course.
being here and
Thanks for having
sharing
me.
all of these kombuchas. If you want more information, you can visit us on the web at ciLiving.tv after the show.